चलो. Hi, how's you guys?
Good.
Hi, first of all, thank you so much for joining this session. Thank you so much for taking out some time for me. Okay, so can I get your introduction?
Thank you for inviting us.
So can I get your introduction? Yeah, already Jay-Kun introduction. No, everyone knows Jay-Kun. So let's start with Senpai.
Okay. My name is Preeti and I'm working at MNC and I know Japanese. That's it. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Hi, Jay-Kun. Dozo.
Should I give the introduction in Japanese or English, Hindi? What is the preferred language?
Anything.
Yeah,
I think English is better.
Okay.
English wala ho gaya.
English. In last podcast video, I gave my introduction in English, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this time
Okay, then.
Any other language.
Then if I make any mistake in my Jikoshokai, please let me know.
Yeah, Jikoshokai darega mistake suru.
はじめまして、ジェイと申します。2011年から日本語を勉強しています。今は IT 会社で日本語の翻訳者として働いています。趣味としては YouTube 動画作成、読書と絵を描くことです。はい、以上です。よろしくお願いします。
はい、よろしくお願いします。Okay, so let's start with first question. My first question, I want to ask a first question with you both guys is, हम सब अभी तक JLPT और NAT के एग्जाम के बारे में जानते हैं बस, JLPT and NAT एग्जाम of Japanese language, right? तो कोई ऐसे एग्जाम है जो इन दो एग्जाम्स के अलावा भी जापानीज के अंदर कोई एग्जाम होता है?
Okay, so there was a exam. I used to like kanji very much. So there is a exam for kanji. I don't remember the name.
Kanji Kente.
Kanji Ken. So I heard that it's very difficult, but just for the people who like kanjis and the stroke orders, they know each and every stroke orders, they can try that. I guess its center is in Bangalore only, not any other place. Yeah, so people can try that.
Okay.
Next.
So in addition to Kanji Kente and NAT and JLPT, of course, there is one more exam, BJT, Business Japanese Test. It specifically covers all the business and professional Japanese, which is used in MNCs. So it prepares you for the real life situations you can face while you work. So I highly recommend giving that exam as well. Yeah.
Okay. So Jay-Kun, हम BJT एग्जाम कब दे सकते हैं? इसका कोई स्पेसिफिकेशन होती है कि हमें इस लेवल के बाद BJT देना चाहिए? कौन इस चीज के लिए एलिजिबल है? कौन पर्सन एलिजिबल है BJT के लिए?
Okay, so basically जहां तक मुझे पता है, I might be wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong, Senpai, but BJT जो लेवल है ये वैसे देखा जाए तो थोड़ा एडवांस लेवल है, एंड जैसे हम लोग JLPT में N2 लेवल इज लाइक बिजनेस लेवल बोलते हैं. So I would suggest if someone wants to appear for BJT, they should at least have the knowledge up to N2 level. Not necessarily cleared N2, but studying for N2. So they can try appearing for BJT. Also note that just because you're studying for N2 does not prepare you for BJT. BJT has other books, they have a syllabus. So people should go through it first and then decide if they can take the test. Also, a lot of mock tests are available. Even on the BJT side, there are some sample test papers. So people can try solving that. And after that, they can consider giving the test. Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, next topic, next question. My next question is, like ऐसा बोला जाता है कि गर्ल्स के लिए टीचिंग लाइन बहुत ज्यादा सेफ होती है, ऐसा मैंने सुना है, और ऐसा ज्यादातर बोला भी जाता है कि गर्ल्स जो है वो टीचिंग करना ज्यादा प्रेफर करती है, राइट? तो टीचिंग के लिए अगर हमें जाना हो तो जापानीज के लिए हमें कौन से एग्जाम देना चाहिए? एज अ जापानीज टीचर हमें एनरोल होना हो तो?
Like there is a 3 months course, I guess, in Japan Foundation, Delhi. They 3 months. I think it's 3 months. I never applied for that, but I guess there is one, and in that they like tell you all about like how to teach Japanese and stuff. It's a simple 3 months course. They don't cover that much, which I've heard, but it, it's the only thing I know, nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you know the name of the course? No.
I just heard it. Like I just heard it that there. My friend did that, but I don't remember. Many Japanese also do that. They have to do that if they want to teach in India. So
Okay.
that's
So
the time.
that exam is necessary for teaching
Not
Japanese?
exam. It's just like a
Exam
simple
or
course.
course?
Japan Foundation. Yeah. It's
Okay.
not that necessary, but I guess it's better to do it since it's only 3 months. There are some kind of seminars also for 1 day, 2 day. They also provide you with a certificate normal. My friend did that also. So it's in JNU, I guess. Once in a while, there is a flyer coming around for that teaching course. So people can just look for it or ask JF about it or JNU about it.
Okay.
Yes.
So anything you want to
Jason?
add, Jason?
So basically, exactly what Preeti-san said about this. Also, I would like to emphasize on one thing is that nowadays you will be seeing that a lot of people are teaching, but they don't have a Japan Foundation. It's not mandatory to have if you are skilled enough. But if you have that certificate, it's good for you. Even if you plan to move out of India and settle somewhere else, not necessarily Japan, anywhere. And if you want to start teaching Japanese, they will ask you for the certificate. And if you have a valid Japan Foundation certificate, that is always a plus point, because they just won't be teaching you about Japanese, but they will also be teaching you like how to teach Japanese. That is pedagogy, what we say, right? So they will be teaching you the exact methodology, how to tweak the course as per the students' requirements, their grasping power. So I think that people should consider that. Regarding the information, you will find all the information on Japan Foundation website, if I'm not wrong, Japan Foundation Delhi. So you can check that out for that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So रिसेंटली मुझे पता चला है कि बहुत सारे ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं जो बच्चों से N5 से लेकर N1 तक की फीस ले लेते हैं, ठीक है, एंड दे से कि हम 2 साल के अंदर पूरा कोर्स कंप्लीट करवा देंगे N5 से लेकर N1 तक. तो इज इट पॉसिबल, लाइक यू Jason, you are appearing N1, and Preeti-san, you are like Senpai, you already completed N1. So is it possible to complete N5 to N1 in 2 years? Like according to me, it is not possible because JLPT हर 6 महीने में होता है.
Yeah, it's not like impossible, I would say. Like in Japan, which I've heard, वहाँ पर क्या होता है, वहाँ पर they only have 1 year. Like there is I kind of think daily class होता है, and then you're living in Japan, so of course you have to use Japanese. So those people can clear N2, at least N2 in 1 year. They prepare you for that. But in India, I don't know, like how can people, like, I don't know. I think it's difficult for till N1, N3, and N2. I guess people can do in 2 years if they're very good at Japanese. But I don't think N1 can be done in India.
Okay.
I guess. And I don't think there is a kind of like daily class pattern in India, which I've heard. Like everything is like twice a week or 3 days a week classes होती हैं. So I don't think India में हो सकता है. But I guess बच्चे भी अजीब होते हैं. They think कि चलो जी हम तो कर लेंगे. हमें तो बहुत कुछ आ जाएगा. टीचर तो पढ़ा देगा. But एक एफर्ट भी डालना
एक्चुअली
होता है.
बच्चों को एग्जाम्स के बारे में नहीं पता होता, उनको एग्जाम्स की नॉलेज नहीं दी जाती सेंटर के, लाइक जो सेंटर को
हाँ.
नॉलेज देनी चाहिए अबाउट नैट एग्जाम, जेएलपीटी एग्जाम, वो उन्हें प्रॉपर मिलती नहीं है, तो वो भी कंफ्यूज होते हैं, वो प्रॉपर तरीके से सेंटर पे डिपेंड होते हैं, तो सेंटर वाले जैसे उन्हें गाइड करेंगे वो वैसे जाएंगे.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली किसी को पता ही नहीं होता N5 होता क्या है. दे लाइक अभी भी कितने लोग हैं whom I say कि N1 क्लियर है and they like ओ अच्छा बड़ी अच्छी बात होगी. Like they don't know much. They think like N1 तो हो ही जाता होगा अगर Japanese स्टार्ट कर ले, तो उनको ये लगता है. तो आई थिंक बच्चों को भी यही लगता होगा कि कर लेंगे तो हो ही जाएगा, कितना ही मुश्किल होगा. लाइक यू हैव टू स्पेंड 2 years which I guess सुनने में बहुत ज्यादा टाइम लग रहा है. Like 2 years I have to study. छोटा सा एग्जाम क्यों नहीं होगा, बट when you study you'll know कि कुछ तो आ ही नहीं रहा, समझ ही नहीं आता. So I guess but people should also Google it. क्या हो जाता है easily? Is it difficult language or is it easy? बच्चों पे भी डिपेंड करता है. I don't think solely teachers की गलती है या those institutes are not like they're बस ऐसे ही बोल रहे हैं. I guess students also should ask with others like हो जाता है या नहीं हो जाता.
Got it. Agree with your answer. So what your thought on it, Jason?
So it basically depends on many things. So actually it is very difficult to clear from N5 from scratch to N1 level in 2 years. I will not say it's impossible, but it's very difficult. The reason I will not say it is impossible is because if someone is just doing that the whole day, okay, they are not working or studying anything else. If they're investing their 2 years, proper 2 years with thorough study and preparation, they can crack it. But it's a very rare scenario where you will find everything in your favor, every situation in your favor. Like you don't have to earn, you can just sit and study. It's not going to happen. In very rare cases it does happen, but yeah, it is very difficult. Also, one thing what Preeti Senpai said earlier is that if you are not in Japan, it becomes much more difficult, because in Japan you are surrounded by Japanese people. You have to read the Japanese signboards. You have to speak to Japanese people. You can hear Japanese all the time. In India, there's no such thing, right? As a matter of fact, in any country, if you're learning Japanese, so basically what we call as immersion. So if you are not into immersion, you are not learning that language so easily. It is going to be difficult. So my answer is like, it's not impossible, but it's damn difficult. But what some people may consider that, okay, if I enroll today and I start studying, I can clear N1 in 2 years. They should first research, like what Preeti Senpai said, how many average hours it takes to complete a certain syllabus or reach a certain proficiency level. They should talk to people and ask them about that. It's not just like if you see that every 6 months exam is conducted and I will clear it every 6 months. It's not going to happen that way. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Agree, totally agree. Okay, so I want to ask, like, आजकल many people like watching anime. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Is anime is an effective way of learning Japanese or not? Yes.
Maybe no.
No.
Not
Okay, so
an
can you just
effective.
give me a reason why it is no?
Because if you're like me, then it's not effective. Because I used to only see Naruto, and Naruto is all about boys and like old Japanese, which no one uses. right now. So if you're just going to remember those words, then you will end up like I used to say to my sensei, oh my, sometimes. And I still have that problem is when I'm angry in Japanese, I still use ore. I don't use watashi. It's like my mind goes to that phase, like that hatred phase, like in One Piece or seinen manga. Always say ore, ore yatte nai, ore yada. So I guess those things really affect you. Like it will affect your Japanese in longer term. So I guess drama is a very good way. Like like a person is saying something which applies in real life. Like it's not totally real, but कि ये तो होता ही है. Like drama also have like rom-com and stuff and office work and student life. So कि ये वाली language तो use होती ही होगी. Still they will use. But anime, since I only like those fighting scenes, so I guess it doesn't work for me. At least it didn't work for me at that time.
Okay. So what's your thought, Jason, on it?
Okay, so first of
Why I think like कि मुझे इस सेशन के बाद बहुत बुरी तरीके से डांट पड़ने वाली है.
So actually, I'm into animes a lot, but I will agree with Preeti Senpai on this. So anime is definitely not a good way to learn Japanese or to improve your Japanese skills. Of course, you will get to know some slang words, some things wakamonotachi use, but that's not the real Japanese. That's not how real Japanese people speak. So also, what I would suggest is like, if you are teaching Japanese, since Simran San is also Japanese language teacher, so what I would suggest is that tell your students to first clear their foundations of Japanese language, at least till N5 and N4, and then focus on watching anime. Because the reason is what, if they start watching anime before, they will have those wrong kind of notions, words in their mind, and when you try to teach them, they will not grasp it easily. So
Correct.
first the foundation should be clear, and then they should start watching anime, and then you can correct them. Okay, this is what is used at some places, and this is what is it is something that should be avoided in any scenario. So as Preeti Senpai said, that watching dramas is a bit better option than watching anime if your goal is to improve in Japanese. That is because in dramas there is, like, I will not say all the dramas, but most of the dramas, it's like a Nichijou Seikatsu no Hanashi, like everyday life conversations, right? So that really helps you how real Japanese people speak. So yeah, so the answer for your question is like, no, it's not an effective way of learning. I'm not saying it's a bad way, but it's not an effective way of learning Japanese. Yeah.
Got it.
And
thanks for your
one
answer.
thing I want to say, like Simran San, if you'll become famous and this channel will become famous, then there will be some otakus who will fight in comments like, मुझे तो आ गई Japanese, इन दोनों को नहीं आई होगी. So there will be those persons, but it's just what we both think. It's not like how others should think, but it's what our opinion is.
It's subjective.
Will fight.
Yeah.
करेक्ट. एक्चुअली स्टूडेंट्स का जो इंटरेस्ट होता है ना, अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, अभी मैंने भी टीचिंग कर रही हूँ मैं भी, तो मेरे को ये लगता है स्टूडेंट का इंटरेस्ट जापानीज लैंग्वेज में एनिमे को देखकर आता है. तो मेरे पास जो होते हैं वो लाइक क्वेश्चंस आते रहते हैं, मैसेजेस आते रहते हैं, मैम इसका मतलब क्या होता है, मैम इसका मतलब क्या होता है, एंड आई एम कंफ्यूज, यार ये हमने पढ़ा कब है, ये कहाँ से आया, ये कब पढ़ा है. तो जो स्टूडेंट्स का इंटरेस्ट होता है वो एनिमे से आता है जापानीज के अंदर, ऐसा मुझे लगता है.
Yeah. One thing is,
I think,
yeah, please, do.
ओके. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, मेरे को भी यही सजेस्ट करना चाहिए कि पहले एटलीस्ट अपना फाउंडेशन क्लियर करो, देन गो फॉर द एनिमे, राइट?
One thing good about anime is that it attracts people around the world towards Japanese language and culture. That is a good thing. even from anime we learn a lot of good values. Like people might think that they are just cartoons, but no, we really get to learn a lot from that. But as for the Japanese language aspect, language learning aspect, I will not recommend it. Definitely not recommend it. So yeah.
Okay. So like मेरे को तो पता है आप दोनों को एनिमे का बहुत शौक है, बहुत ज्यादा एनिमे आप दोनों देखते हो, राइट? So can you just suggest like कोई अगर N5 N4 लेवल कर रहा है तो उसके लिए कौन सी एनिमे बेटर होगी?
Doraemon.
Shin-chan.
Jodan Diska.
Shin-chan ne.
Why can't I this? Actually,
Jodan
just
Diska.
one thing I want to say, like when I was like I studied, like I was in like still in a beginner's place when I started watching One Piece. So what I used to do is like I used to get a copy and I used to write every single word ki, oh boy, iska ye matlab, iska ye matlab, iska ye matlab. And I wasn't focusing on the story. And my brother is like, ऐसे थोड़ी कोई सीखता है, इतने सारे देखेगी तो तुझे अपने आप समझ में आ जाएगा, लिखती रहेगी तो क्या समझ में आएगा. So I would suggest कि N5 और N4 जो लोग देखना चाहते हैं एनीमे, कुछ भी देख लो, कुछ समझ नहीं आएगा, nothing will help you. And just one very funny thing I want to say, like I like, still यही वाले phase चल रहा था when I was like 6 months 7 months हो गए थे. Boruto came at that time and I was like new movie आई है, हम देखेंगे. And मैंने चला दी, 10 minutes हो गए, I didn't understand even a word. I was like इतना टाइम वेस्ट करा मैंने अपनी जिंदगी का, इन्होंने तो कुछ आरिगा तो भी नहीं बोला. And then when I opened that link, it was written Korean. I was like, Korean? I was literally watching Korean thing and I didn't realize at all. So in N4 or N5 level, you won't even hear a single word. It will be like arigato, baka, hajimashite. That's it. That's the only thing you will understand. And if you're understanding other things, then you're very good at Japanese, which I highly doubt people will like recognize words just by hearing them at that level. So yes, in N5, N4, just recommend them. See any kind of anime you can watch. But I know you won't understand, so watch any kind of anime. It won't help you. What do you think, Jason? Like, does it like people उनको समझ में आता है क्या N5 N4 में? Because मुझे तो नहीं आता था.
They think they can understand Japanese if they understand the words like arigato, gomen, onto, sumimasen. They think that they can understand the gist of it, but no, it's not the case most of the times.
Yeah, एक वर्ड तो बच्चा भी समझ लेता है, तो it's not like N5 N4 करने से वो सब आ रहा है. It's just your normal hearing कि तुम्हें एक वर्ड समझ में आ रहा है. You don't know the meaning of that. So N5 N4 कुछ भी देखो, सब सेम है.
Okay. So, what about you, Jay-san? What do you think about that?
I think the same, the exact same thing. What Preeti-san said.
Okay. So, according to you guys, N5 N4 level, कुछ भी देखो. कुछ भी देखो.
डोरेमोन देखो, शिनचैन देखो, कुछ भी देखो.
कुछ भी देखो.
फिर भी अगर बहुत ही ऐसा कुछ इजी है जो समझना है, so maybe you can try watching animes for small kids like Doraemon, she said, Shin-Chan. Now, I highly doubt about the content sometimes they show in Shin-Chan and Doraemon. But yeah, apart from that, yeah.
मैं अभी तक डोरेमोन और शिनचैन देखती हूँ, बट हाँ पहले मैं हिंदी में देखती थी, पर अब मैं जापानीज में देखती हूँ.
Good.
Nice.
Okay. So, my last question from you both guys are, as we know there are 3 scripts in Japanese and ऐसा बोला जाता है जो kanji होती है like hiragana, katakana and kanji. कांजी बोली जाती है, सबसे डिफिकल्ट स्क्रिप्ट होती है जापानीज की, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, राइट? सो कैन यू गाइस गिव सम टिप्स टू लर्न कांजी?
Kanji learning tips. Okay. Like मुझे लगता है radical से you can remember kanji or just by a single word which you like. जैसे क्योशित्सु, क्योशित्सु वो शेरू है, we know. शित्सु नहीं पता, कोई नहीं, याद हो जाएगा. तो with that you know शित्सु की kanji भी होती है. तो for learning kanji I guess book में से देखा और लिख लिया is not the way. I know likhna is very important, which I realize now because I don't have time to write. But there was a friend of mine, तो वो ना सिर्फ लिखता रहता था, बहुत ज्यादा लिखता था, बट उसे ओनियोमी कुनियोमी इतनी अच्छी से याद नहीं होती थी. He will write the best kanjis, but उसको वो चीज भूल जाती थी. So the way is not only writing and remembering, it's better to like अपना वे निकालो, तुम्हें कैसे समझ में आ रहा है, कोई और कैसे हेल्प कर देगा. बिकॉज टीचर विल से लिखो, याद करो, और ये भी कांजी याद करो. सो यू विल हैव टू रियलाइज योरसेल्फ कि नहीं, मुझे तो इस तरीके से याद हो जाती है. बिकॉज मेरे टीचर व्हेन आई वाज इन एडवांस लेवल, शी यूज्ड टू डू लाइक शी यूज्ड टू कम एंड सेड कि कांजी तो तुम घर से करके आ जाना. Because she know people will, how can I teach kanji? People will like learn themselves. How can someone teach kanji? First time they will talk you through about the scroll, like what brush off and stuff. बस उतना they will teach. After that I guess अपने आप समझेंगे सारे, like what way you think is best for you.
Okay. So, any tips, Jay-san?
So basically, same as what Preeti Senpai said. But इसमें एक चीज और एक है कि it's not just like कि लिख के करो या फिर पढ़ के करो. Again, what Preeti Senpai said, खुद का वे फाइंड आउट करो. अभी कोई कोई लोगों का मेमोरी ऐसा होता है कि लिख के उनको याद रहता है, कोई कोई लोगों का सिर्फ देख के याद रहता है. Okay, so first identify what method you can use to learn it better. Okay, and then apply it. Again, कोई भी मेथड यूज करो, लिख के आइदर करो या फिर पढ़ के करो. रेडिकल वाइज अगर पढ़ोगे तो इट विल बी मोर हेल्पफुल, क्योंकि एसोसिएटिंग जो कांजीज रहेगा उसका जो चिगाई है, उसका जो डिफरेंस है वो भी समझ में आएगा. उसका स्टोरीज भी बना सकते हो, अलग अलग जो रेडिकल्स कंबाइन करके जो कांजी बनाते हैं उसका अगर आप स्टोरी भी बनाओगे ना तो इट विल बी मोर हेल्पफुल टू यू to put it into your long term memory, not just short term memory. क्योंकि kanji is not something you can rote learn. बस मतलब जो बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं रोट लर्निंग को, मतलब रट्टा मारना. kanji is not about that. Okay, तो वो लॉन्ग टर्म मेमोरी में अगर स्टोर करना है तो उसको एसोसिएट करना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए स्टोरी बनाना पड़ेगा. आई नो दिस इज टाइम कंज्यूमिंग, बट अगर आपके पास टाइम है तो यूटिलाइज इट फॉर दिस. एंड ज्यादा से ज्यादा पढ़ो. And don't just rely on furigana. I have seen many people furigana ऊपर है, कांजी पढ़ते ही नहीं है. This is not how it works. पहले कांजी पढ़ो, कांजी का अगर नहीं समझ में आता है जीशो में सर्च करो, and then that will help you to remember it better. That's what I think. Yeah, that's pretty much from my
teacher भी बोलते थे जब I used to type and I used to send him message. He was like, प्रीति तुम्हें तो बहुत सारी कांजी आती है ना. I was like, क्लिक ही तो करना है, कौन सी कांजी आती है मुझे. And then I saw in our class group nobody is clicking. Like you just have to click on the kanji. तुम वो भी नहीं कर पा रहे. You're just writing everything in hiragana. कि ये कैसे होता है. You have to click and then you have to like अच्छा इसकी ये वाली कांजी होती है. Okay, I didn't know ये तो उस वाली कांजी से बना है. And then you'll search on Jisho. So अपना way of teaching you have to like learning you have to find yourself.
Okay, so got the answer. Find just own way. अपना तरीका ढूंढो याद करने का.
Pakirami Naide.
Correct. Okay, so I think I asked a questions जो मुझे पूछने थे. Okay, so let's finish here. Okay, so hopefully again we meet with next podcast with next interesting topics. Okay, so thank you guys.
Thank
Yeah,
Thanks for
you.
are
joining
you
me.
forgetting something, Simran-san?
I was waiting.
I don't
नहीं,
remember.
याद
If you
किया
know,
किसी को.
Yeah,
ask.
like I thought you are going to tell the audience about our YouTube channels.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot that. So yes, they both have YouTube channel and my ideal जिनसे मुझे like ये सब चीजें सीखने को मिली, that is Jay-san, obviously. So yeah, he's my mentor. And second one is my Preeti Senpai again. So I'll post a link of their channel. So guys, please go and check their channel also. So okay. Anything else, Jason?
No, I guess that's Juven.
Okay. Is it this?
Hi, Ijo this.
Okay. Bye guys. See you
Okay.
in next podcast
Bye
video.
bye.
Bye.